Hey everybody, Mobile Gamers Unite. So I had to show how much love I really got for Sunshine Girl over here. Here we go. About right there. Estelle is absolutely amazing. I've been talking about her. And this is on my alt account. This is the one character we managed to pull off of this banner on my alt account. Super happy. Awesome. Really awesome because my alt account uses the Yles Legends faction team. And the SR character that we're getting from this event is a Yles Legends character, which I actually didn't notice right off rip. But the point is, this video is about Estelle and how much love I got for her. Now, I have her as a standalone unit on this account. And am I going to pull Joshua? No, I'm probably not. I'm going to be able to get some resources on this account because it's a newish account. And I'm going to be able to do some pulls. I'll get some tickets here and there, maybe some crystals. I mean, his banner is up for, 2 weeks. But realistically speaking, I don't really have that great of a chance at getting him at all, so we're I already know that. But I have Estelle here, so a lot of people would just kind of bench her, but no, I'm doubling down on it. The fact is that for young accounts and new accounts, she's such a viable character by herself because of her mini fusion power alone. Not to mention everything that she brings to the table as a headhunter, as a damage character, as a tank. She really brings a lot. She's standalone, she's self-sufficient, she can fully heal herself after a couple rounds of some heavy combat. Alright, so in fact, I've even runestone this one. And this is on my alt account, and I have put runestones into this chick. And I will. That's how good she is, even if I don't have her fusion buffer. Real talk. Because worst case scenario, I can run her with Matthew and Almeda, and she can catch a fusion power from Matthew, and that can be a super viable party, and it can work with Yles Legends very well. So I can run her and Matthew to kind of have her back. She can get the fusion power off of Matthew, and then I can run Landius, Lanford, and Rachel, and that will be a good solid party. Other than that though, she's killer for Guild Wars, she's killer for any party that you just want to throw her into, and just as an awesome standalone character. So if you guys a look at what we got for her, I did rune her out, so I do have her armor pierce ability, and I kind of put it away for now because I like the skiing staff. I just think it's cool. I like lining people up in a line and seeing if I can hit multiple people, and the range on this is really good. And it does give her that Steel Titan for 2 turns. So this is really easy. This, it might not be the most damage in the world, but it lets her get off her Steel Titan ability, and it lets her start really being a tank early on because you can reach pretty far with this. So obviously she's going to have her Whirlwind Staff, which is also going to trigger Steel Titan. And I'm pretty much just going to have her running around spamming those 2 as often as possible and just doing normal attacks in between. She's also going to have Cheer though. If I really wanted to, I could take Cheer off, maybe put Armor Piercer on, or Heavy Shield. I did make sure to get the Heavy Shield ability. We're going to be running some builds with her that are going to require Heavy Shield because I'm going to want her to maybe get, I don't know, punched in the face by a dragon and be okay with it. Here's the thing with this girl. She's not like Vargas. She doesn't have the ability to come back to life. She's not like Landius. She doesn't have the ability to come back to life. So you do need to be careful with her. But she is super tanky. Alright? If she can get hit by a dragon and just barely survive, she can drop that AoE and be back up to full health. That's the other thing I like about it, is when you're dropping an AoE, you don't have to worry about people retaliating you. Some characters, I mean, like Elwyn can get a good heal off on himself, but he has to survive that round in combat for his ability to kick in to heal him afterwards. And that ultimately ends up being his downfall, is when he takes too much damage and he gets killed before his healing kicks in. Other than that, I've seen Elwyn pull some amazing shit just because he gets to heal during his turn, during the enemy's turn. So the fact that she can not only drop an AoE that does substantial damage, and then she's healed back up to full, and she can self-sustain that, and she can run around with this cheer ability. So she is an awesome standalone character, especially for early content. Early content, you're gonna have a fusion power to play with, like a mini fusion, even before you're a high enough level to unlock fusion powers. So out of the gate, she's got to be one of the best starter characters there are, because no matter what team you can put together early on in the game, she can buff them all, and she's really the only one that can give them, a 10.66% to all of their attack, defense, magic defense, all that good stuff, and to skill. So she's definitely strong out of the gate, and we're going to see what we can do with her. But this alone was enough for me to actually invest into her on my alt account, even though I don't have Joshua, and I probably won't get him on this one, So, and it also is cool because I'm going to obviously run my alt account with my main account. So guess what? Eventually she will get ran with Joshua. It'll just be the Joshua for my main account. So other than that, pretty cool. And like I said, this faction jives really well with the Less Legends and a lot of other factions. So guys, if you're just starting out, if you're new to the game and you pulled either one of these characters, be very happy. Don't believe everything you hear. These aren't all PvP characters. I really think they're really good, solid characters. And I'm pretty happy for the first limited banner that we've gotten, okay? So this is what I think of Estelle. And actually, here's her equipment on here. It's nothing fancy either. All right, she is at she's at 2,546 power level. She has a Peacemaker on, which works well for her, but most of her equipment is SR gear. Now this is my alt account. I don't have a bunch of SSR stuff to put on her. So I put the Holy Steel armor on so she gets a higher defense when she's getting attacked, and the Berserker helm, because this girl, from my experience of playing with her, she's not always going to be at 100% health. Like, I watched her go a few turns taking hits from people, and, they're not able to do enough damage to take her out. And then ultimately, she's going to be able to use that AoE ability that heals her back up to full health. So I find that, like, items like the Berserker helm that give you more of a stat once your health gets a little bit lower, it works on her because she's not always going to be at full health. At least mine's not. You can run yours differently. And she's got the Protect ring on it. Okay, her S stat is hit points, especially if you're running a cheer build. Okay, you guys got to really think about this. The more hit points she has, the longer she can keep that cheer on the tabletop, and she can keep that ability buffing all of your other characters. So you really want her to live for a long time. Like, you don't want her to be the first character taken out, because then you're going to lose your cheer, especially early on in the game when you don't have faction buffers and stuff like that. So, and her hit points is her S stat. So I do try to put hit points on her. Hit points S, attack A, defense A, and of course she's not a magic tank at all. This girl's got to have a weakness somewhere, and it's going to be magic and infantry. So, but that's why you run her with Matthew, and Matthew can kind of have her back. So I think she's just an awesome character starting out, and with Scions of Light, she fits right in there perfect. Matthew, Almeta, this chick, great. Fun, very fun party to run, and a lot of fun mechanics that you get to play with this chick. And when you need too. You can put that armor piercer on her. You can take her to a dragon fight. So that's why I went all in on this girl on my alt account, because she will be getting ran. Okay, and yeah, she'll probably be on the PvP team too. But like I said, I don't have Joshua. If I did on this account, I would definitely be. You know what? Actually, truth be told, if I had Joshua on this account, he probably would be sitting the bench, because I don't have the gear for him. I'm struggling to have the gear for Joshua on my main account. Assassins have just never been. They've just never been a strong suit for me. I cannot pull assassin characters to save my life in this game, and that's okay. Alright, because early on, like, I was running Dark Reincarnation, so I really wanted Zarita to go with Basil and everything, but I didn't get her, and I wasn't tripping on it all that much. Juggler was really cool, and, you know, I had Juggler around there, and he took up a lot of my time, and I made quite a few videos on him. So, wasn't really that upset about Zarita, but this is exciting for me because Joshua is the newest, well, he's the newest assassin that I've ever gotten, because he's the first assassin that I've gotten. So I'm trying to somewhat build him up and get him ready in case I can eventually manage to get the right gear for him. So I am working on him on my main, definitely working on Joshua and seeing what I can get out of him. And so far it's been fun playing him. That double tap ability is great. I like both of these characters, and what's really cool about running them with Yles Legends is Clow, whatever her name is, the little princess chick, she is Yles Legends. So that works really well because I don't have an SSR healer for this account. So it just helps to have an extra healer like Clow there, and some of her other abilities are absolutely phenomenal too. And I want to see what she can do as like a Valkyrie type character, because I've seen characters like Chris just do so much. I mean, carry a whole account, and like Chris is a great example of a super powerful SR character, like one of the strongest, I personally think, and a lot of people like running Chris. So I think they've given us another really awesome SR character to play with. And if you really think about it, the last one we got before this was Farik, and she's definitely awesome. So still having a lot of fun playing with Farik and working on a lot of different builds with her. So, but this is my official word on a standalone Estelle. Yeah, do it, go for it. If you got this girl and you're just starting to play this game, be happy. She will definitely help you out. She will carry an account. And she's just absolutely phenomenal to play with, and I'm not just saying that, I'm actually doing it. I've put runestones into her, and I don't even have a faction for her other than Matthew. So that's got to tell you something right there, guys. But if you're gonna run her standalone, try to go the cheer way. Alright? And that way you also get heavy shield, and that way even if she doesn't have a fusion power on, she can still use heavy shield to really tank and try to survive some really powerful attacks. And that's really what you want a tank to do. So it's nice that they give her armor piercer, which is a good defensive break that lasts for 2 turns. And honestly, it's a good, they're calling it the PvE way to go with her, which is obviously to take heavy shield and that armor piercer ability, because then she almost kind of mimics Vargas without the whole resurrection thing. And obviously going the other way with her gives you all of the exotic AoE attacks, the Skeen Staff ability. Okay, so make sure to get cheer if you're gonna go standalone. That's the best advice I can give you. And if you're gonna do that, you will be pleasantly surprised, because this girl will bring a lot to the table. So I've been having a lot of fun playing with her, and I'm still working on her. Her soldiers, also, one of the best things about her, she's got Lance Felixes. enough said. These are just like one of the best tanking troops in the game. They have a built-in damage reduction. It just doesn't get any better than that for a troop that you want to tank. Damage reduction, that's just the best thing that your tank troops can have. And if you do want to go more offensive with her, she is the perfect character to run with Amazon champions, because Amazon champions, when attacking, attack increases by 10%, so they actually get something from attacking, and they have a 30% chance to reduce the enemy's defense by 20%. So that kind of gives you the ability to maybe put that armor piercer ability away and run something else, something that's going to give you some healing or just like some AoE damage. And this way, when you attack people, you can still throw a defense break on them using your Amazon champions. So I think that's also kind of cool too. But when it comes time to like tank a dragon's attacks and play that role, you're going to want to switch to Lance Felix's, which are probably leveled up higher in your skill tree anyway because you get them earlier on. And whatever other tanks that you have, especially spearman tanks, they're probably using Felix's already. So the Felix's are just a great fit for her. This is what's going to stand in front of a dragon. And the Amazons, I think they're more of like a fun, aggressive play style, where you're actually really using her as more of an attacker than really a tank. Like if I were to run her with Landius, I really wouldn't care about tanking with her at all. I can just go off and concentrate on just being greedy and attacking people and just bringing DPS to the table with her, and don't really have to worry about setting up her Steel Titan abilities or anything like that. I can just go attack, go kill that guy, because I have Landius there to tank everything that she doesn't need to tank now. So you can play her multiple ways, and you can run her with another tank and just, really use the other tank to tank and use her to do damage. And she is an absolute nightmare to cavalry units. This girl is the Leon killer, and we've been waiting for her for a while now because they've released these characters like Landius. He's a very strong cavalry unit that's also a tank. And then we got to the point where like we have these cavalry units and we have lancers, but we didn't have offensive lancers to actually go after these people. Okay, Vargas typically isn't going to kill Leon by attacking him. Vargas is going to kill Leon when Leon attacks, and Vargas jumps in the way and takes the damage, and in the process probably kills Leon if your Vargas is geared well enough. Okay. They have given us now a Lancer that doesn't have to jump in front of somebody to take a Leon out. She can actually go find Leon. She can hit him from 8 blocks away with this skiing staff ability. She can actually target these cavalry units, and she can take them out. We no longer have to wait for the cavalry to attack us to intercept their attack type of deal. So this fundamentally changes the way that we can deal with units like Leon and cavalry units, and I like it. It makes for some awesome gameplay mechanics. So that's my official word on it, and I think that's part of the reason why I like this character so much, and she is so fun to play. And then at the end of the day, you can always drag her to Guild Wars. Or not Guild Wars, but PvP. This girl can definitely make the PvP team. No problem. In fact, her talent is actually amazing. And here's the other thing too, guys. When I talk about a standalone Estelle, and I talk about cheer, we also have to remember that alongside of cheer, she also has Maiden of Light. And Maiden of Light, at the very end right here, after taking action, increase the damage of one ally within 1 block by 10% for 2 rounds. So that's really why I say that this girl is like a mini fusion power, because it's not just the 10.66% that you get to your stats from cheer. She's also just going to make you do 10% more damage, and this lasts for 2 turns. So this is a big one right here, Maiden of Light. All right, at the very end, it pretty much tells you about just this extra little buff that she gives out. So definitely one of my favorite buffs. There's an item that does the same thing, and it was one of my favorite items. It's a headpiece, it's a crown, and it will just give you an extra 10-12% damage or whatever. I absolutely love these items. The fact that she has something like that built in, and she's running around throwing cheer, that's really what makes her standalone, and that's really what makes this count as a mini fusion. Because you're literally, I mean, you might not be getting 30%, but hey, you're getting 10.66 to everything, and then you're just getting 10% more damage, period. So all of that coming from one character is really awesome, especially for a new account, especially for early game content. So we definitely love Estelle, and we are definitely happy that she dropped on my alt account. As a matter of fact, I'll put it to you guys like this. For my alt account here, if I had to choose whether or not I pulled Estelle or Joshua, I would choose Estelle. I would choose Estelle just because of everything that we just talked about and what she brings to the table. I don't think Joshua as a standalone character would be as good for my alt account. So I'm happy that this is the one that came down. It was really cool. Mobile Gamers Unite. Let me know what you guys think about Estelle. She is definitely a gem. And if you don't think so, shit, let me know. We can talk about it. Have a good night.